All right, everybody. It is June 2032. It's time for the MLB draft. So I'm going to do a quick team update, and then I'm just going to run through my first, 5 rounds. We'll see how it goes. Some years I just show you the draft results. Some years I like to go through the draft and kind of show you how I pick the players. So the O's are doing well, man. 41-18, 695 winning percentage, which is the best in baseball. We're 9.5 games up over the Red Sox, who are 4 games over 500. And if we go ahead and look at the team, Armendariz and Maldonado, both great, 161 and 139 WRC plus. Ben Ortega, looks like he's arriving, man. He's on pace for 6.1 WAR, 133 WRC plus. He's been really good. Sanchez, a little above average with the bat, but very good with the glove. Angeletta is having a nice season in a platoon role for the second base. On pace, though, for 390 plate appearances and 3.4 WAR with a 123 WRC plus, so he's been good. Trujillo has been solid. Stewart and Weinberger are both guys I expect a bit more out of, but they've been okay. Amador has been bad with the bat, but his gloves are really good. That's the new shortstop. Chris Sandoval, the rookie infielder who's splitting some time at a bunch of positions, started really slowly, but he's finally coming on. So hopefully he can keep moving on up. And then Concepcion, the number 8 prospect in baseball, a little bit of a slow start here at the plate, but hopefully he can pick it up as well. Saul Mel, the backup catcher, has been fine. Laureano, my 5th outfielder, also been fine. Pitching, you can see Patino's over here without a role in the bullpen, suspended for 9 games because he beaned a dude. And Jose Corrales, my number 2 pitcher, is out. I don't think it's anything serious. It's not long term. Well, it's a sore elbow, which can lead to bad things, but it's only like a 2 to 3 week injury, so he'll be back soon. And then we got a bunch of good stuff going on, though. Steve Donovan, number 5 starter, who I got from Texas in the 2029 offseason, on pace for 7.1 WAR right now. And Aguilar, the guy I got from San Francisco a couple off seasons ago, doing great in 78 innings with a 2.41 ERA, 3.39 FIP. McKinley Moore out of the back end of the bullpen, 2 WAR in 41 innings. Patino and Schilt have been solid. Rookie Emilio Caldera has been great. 1.3 WAR in 43 innings, a 1.04 ERA, 2.34 FIP. He was my long man, but now he's moved into the rotation with the injuries. And then, Arahu, Correa, Grove, Sanchez, Anchetta, all been fine. Sosa, the rookie international free agent, I signed. He's had a couple rocky outings. And then Willie Gomez, I just called up to be my 5th starter. Well, long man when Corrales went out, and then he's hopping in the rotation with Patino missing 2 times through the rotation. So that's that. And then we're first in most every category except we don't walk, apparently. And pitching, same thing. We're first in basically every category. Defense, we're 7th in efficiency, 2nd in zone rating. We're 6th in BABIP. 19-8 in April, 19-8 in May, 3-2 so far in June. So yeah, that's the club. And let's go ahead. I'll just show you a few. I'll just show you a few leaderboards. This is all of MLB. So we got Maldonado up here. Armendariz up there in home runs. Maldonado leading in RBI. You can see Maldonado. So, yeah, Armendariz has gone through a little bit of a slump lately. Some of his stats have fallen off the leaderboards a bit. But then Ortega's got 20 steals. Sanchez has 12. I don't even think I'm that aggressive on the base paths, but they're just really fast dude. So yeah, Armendariz trailed off a bit, but still on pace for 7.3 WAR, despite the fact that he's kind of cooled off the last, 2 to 3 weeks, I think. At one point he was on pace for like 112 home runs, I think, after the first 3 weeks. So let's go to the draft. All right, first year player draft. You can see I have the 30th pick, last pick in the first round, and then the supplemental pick for Henderson, leaving the 7th pick in the supplemental round, and then from there on out. All right, and then let's go ahead to continue draft. Let's just see who the first 3 picks are before we get to mine. St. Louis takes this guy, Charlie Grin-Nye, who was projected to go 2nd overall to the Dodgers. Instead, he goes 1st overall. That's the OSA rating, thinks he's an 80. That must be nice. And so my scout is pretty high on him too. It'll just be a matter of if that control comes along, I suppose. Although the movement is not going to be elite. But yeah, that's a good pitcher. Let's see who the next couple guys are. Jose Vergara, who is projected to go first overall. Yeah, his range is nice. Yeah, that's a good player. That's a real good player. He's 22. Hopefully that bat comes along. And then let's see who Cincinnati takes here. Jonathan Farber, who is a high school pitcher. Always a risk there because their floor is so low, being so young. But he's got high work ethic, and man, he could have 2 awesome pitches. That's a solid pick. I wonder where he's projected to go. Oh, so the first 3 projected went in the top 3 overall, just not in the same order. All right, so let's go ahead and get to Baltimore. Scouting director recommendation: Mike Carras, a left fielder. Wow, he's got a really good bat. But man, as you can probably tell in my sim, like corner outfielders with a good bat. I mean, if he reaches this ceiling, he's a special player. But what's the chance that he's going to reach this exact ceiling? Corner outfielders are the easiest players to obtain, especially left-handed hitting corner outfielders, I find. And he's not going to be able to play center field. I don't know. Like I might take. He's not a bad guy to take. Like I've said before. When I've done these, when you're picking at this point in the first round, like every player, there's going to be a reason not to take each and every player, right? No player's going to be perfect. But so maybe he'll end up being the least imperfect player that we can get. Just looking at some of these other guys around him, there's no one that I love here. Let's see what my scouting director says if I say I want a pitcher. He recommends Josh Zabel, who is demanding $7.5 million in a $2.3 million spot. It's only a 45 overall, but that slider is nice. The control is nice. I'm not paying $7.5 million for that dude though, and he's not even not even close to who my scout has ranked as his best pitcher. This guy's a pretty good high school pitcher with good work ethic. He's durable. He wants $5.5 million, which is like double slot. This guy I don't love. He's got a pretty high floor as a college pitcher, but not a very good high ceiling. Andy Moore, good work ethic and a leader, but he wants $7 million, which is why he's fallen that far. Don't love that. Herring, nope. Mora. I don't hate this guy. But he does have good work ethic and intelligence. That control is pretty great. That changeup could be awesome. Yeah, no one I'm seeing here where I'm like, man, gotta have this guy. So, yeah, I don't really see a pitcher here that we're going to take. So, let's go back here. Devin Dugas is another guy recommended. Another corner outfielder, left-handed hitting. No thanks. What if I say I want a center fielder? Jamie Burt. He only wants $460,000. Weak center field class, according to my scout. And shortstop, Jonathan Hitz. This guy I don't think is going to be able to play shortstop with only 60 range. Intriguing bat. No power, but an intriguing bat. Man, I don't know. I don't really love anything about these guys, which, like I said, there's going to be a reason not to take any player, at this point in the draft. There's really only the first few picks are going to be guys where you're going to be pretty pumped. I do like Bagwell's bat here, but he's pretty limited to where he can play with that low double play. He can't play in the outfield, so he's a first and third baseman, so just as limited as a corner outfielder, but he's in the infield. Carras might be our guy here. I mean, that bat ceiling just might be too good to ignore, considering there's really no other, dude that I really want. I mean, this dude can't play the field at all. So I'd rather have a corner outfielder who has a really good bat than a guy who can't play out there at all. Crowder is just not a center fielder. He's another corner. De La Rosa. If that catcher ability was higher, I'd be tempted, but it's not. Jonathan Hitz. No, nothing really there. This guy. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go with Carras, or Karras, maybe it is. He's an older high school senior. He just turned 19. out of Bridgeport, Connecticut. He's committed to Oklahoma State. He only wants 1.1 million. So I think I'm going to take him. What did the mock draft say? Oh, the mock draft said he was projected to go to the Cubs at 29th. Yeah, this is my guy. Corner outfield, man. It's my jam. But this ceiling is just too high to ignore. Even if I end up being jammed up with corner outfielders like I am a lot, but he's going to have trade value if he develops anyway. So just taking the best player available. We'll draft him. Welcome aboard, sir. Let's go ahead. I wonder if St. Louis is going to take one of those players I was looking at. Oh, Zabel. Interesting. OSA is much higher on him than my scout, but he wanted 7.5 million. So I mean, St. Louis with the first overall pick and then the supplemental round first pick. I mean, they got like almost 2 top 5 pick caliber talent-wise, according to the scouts. All right, let's see. This is our supplemental round pick. Oh, Bagwell, that third baseman that just went the pick before us. Let's see who our scout recommends. This guy, Brandon Peebles. Slot is 1.84. He wants 5.5. That's actually, yeah, this is one of the guys that's looking at. He's not bad at all. High school pitchers are so risky, really risky. He's got good work ethic, though. I don't mind paying over Slot. I have the budget room to do it. Let's see if we ask about a batter. Greg Wilkinson. Why? There are so many better hitters that you have recommended to me, sir. Shortstop, still hits. Who has a very low bonus demand. We could always go low bonus demand and then see what players fall through the cracks later with higher bonus demands. Jamie Burt, the center fielder, he's recommended. No interest. Yeah, I don't know. I actually kind of like this pitcher, Peebles. I don't know. I had the budget room to pay over Slot. Like, his stuff isn't great, but if his movement develops to a 60 and his control a 60, and then he's got 6 possible pitches. If 3 of them develop, like, this is a guy who he's 18 with high work ethic. So you think he might be able to increase his ceiling? Chances are he won't, right? Like, most players don't even come close to hitting the ceiling. Most draft picks are busts, just the odds. But if a guy is going to exceed his ceiling and go beyond this, it's a guy like this who's got good work ethic and is only 18. He's durable as a pitcher, so I love that. Yeah, I'm just going to draft this guy because I have the budget room. I have $42 million in budget room this year. It worked out because my owner increased the budget, and I had a lot of my guys locked up already. So we're going to draft him, Brandon Peebles. Welcome aboard. All right, let's go to our next pick. He's recommending another high school pitcher, Ben Webb. Ooh, that guy's not bad for where we're at. I mean, like I said earlier, he's got a very low ceiling. I mean, because if his changeup doesn't develop to like it's, or he's got a very low floor. He's got a high ceiling. Because if this changeup doesn't develop to its ceiling, he's a reliever. So that's the bad thing on him. But let's see what else is out there. Mike Crowder is still out there. Is he one ridiculous? And this is a guy we're looking at back in like the first round. He's got high intelligence. Why is this guy still here? This is a guy I looked at in the first round that I decided not to take, but would not have been crazy to take him. So he's only going to be able to play first base, left field, right field. And he's a lefty. So another left-handed hitting corner outfielder, but I think he's by far the best player. This guy's all right, but he doesn't have any range. Jamie Burt has great range, but his bat just isn't there. Chatterton is okay. Look at some of these guys that have higher work ethic and intelligence in this group. Herrera, I don't know. I think Crowder honestly might be the play here. It's a decent bat for a catcher. His catcher ability's not amazing. This guy's got really great range and arm. He'd be a really good infielder. That turn double play isn't great. I think Crowder might be our guy, even though it's got another corner outfielder. Let's just check out these pitchers real quick. Yeah, I don't hate Bobby Rose here. He looks okay. there's no pitcher really jumping out at me here. I think Crowder's the play here. Just go back and show you him again before I take him. He's got high intelligence. Again, just a corner guy, but man, that's a really high ceiling high school bat. He only wants slot. Oh, well here it said he only wanted slot, and then here he wants apparently 2.6 million. Huh, that's strange. And I can't remember, I've noticed this discrepancy before, and I can't remember what shows up. So here it says bonus demand 2.6, here it says bonus demand slot. Either way, I'll draft him. I'll pay over slot for him. Maybe that must be why he's fallen, because people don't think he's worth paying that much money for. So, welcome aboard, Mike Crowder. Now let's see what shows up as his bonus demand. The 2.6. Okay, so that's good to know. And he's extremely hard to sign, so that'll be interesting. But I like his bat a lot. All right, now here we are in the 3rd round. He's recommending Ben Webb to me again. Good work ethic. Yeah, I think 3rd round is an okay enough time to take a guy like this. I don't mind the play here, but I still wouldn't mind taking a look around just because I think he could end up just being a reliever. Let's see who my scout recommends out of all the batters. This guy again, Greg Wilkinson. He could be, I mean, he's not going to be an amazing center. I mean, 65 is about the bottom of what I'll accept from a center fielder for range. He could play some center field. Would like him much more in the corners, which makes him less attractive. But that Batman for where we're picking is really not bad. But let me see what he says about shortstops. Al Sullivan. Don't love that. Second base, anything out there? Jim Schaefer. Oh, outstanding range. Not a great arm. He might be stuck just to second base because of that arm. Good gap power, but I don't know, man. I don't really love any of these guys. How's this catcher? Decent catcher, good work ethic. He's only 18. I kind of like this guy. I wish his catcher ability was a bit higher. So I don't know. I don't mind going with Ben Webb here. I think I'll buy into this. I'll go with my scout's recommendation. There are other guys I like, but none I like that much more. And one thing I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to look for two-way players so I'm going to look at pitchers who have good batting potential, who might have fallen through the cracks. Sometimes the computer doesn't realize that they've got good two-way players out there, so like a couple of these guys. So this guy looks like a potentially really good hitter. Another corner outfielder, though, and there are a couple more guys here. This guy could be okay. No eye and no power, but could play a few different positions. Guy's got an average bat and a good arm. Chris Corey. Oh, he's a reliever because he only has 2 pitches. All right. Yeah, a few good two-way options here. Nobody that's like freaking Ohtani or anything. But let's look the other way around now. No batters that are going to be pitchers. So, it's recommending Ben Webb. Didn't we? I thought I just drafted that guy. Am I losing my mind here? Who did I just draft? Who did I draft my last pick? I drafted Ben Webb. What's going on here? And now he's back out there? What? I haven't had this happen. Yeah, he's in my drafted players. Let's draft him again this round. No, I don't know. That's super strange. Let's see if we go back in. If he recommends the guy I just drafted. Okay, no, he does not. All right. So he's recommended Jonathan Lemurs. Don't really love that guy. This is the best starter left. There's not a lot left out there in terms of starting pitching. Let's check out our batters. I think it might be time to take one of those two-way guys. Although I kind of like this guy, to be honest, actually. Forgot about this guy. Andy Masiag, one of those. Because he could play 65 range, could play some center field for you. He might not win Gold Gloves, but this guy's really not bad at all, and he's got a decent bat. I don't mind that guy. All right, let's just go back and check our batting potential on our pitchers. I mean, this guy is pretty good, but he's another corner bat. This guy could play, I mean, he could play second really well, pretty well. Could also maybe play third with that arm. He's basically like a utility infielder with a decent bat and no power. So I don't know that any of these guys are must-takes. Some of them are intriguing in some way, but I think I like that hitter, Masiag or whatever his name was, better. Yeah, this guy. I like him better than all those other guys because he can play some center field. Let's draft him. All right, he is recommending Marco Figueroa. This is a high school pitcher, two-way player without a ton of potential there with the bat. Steve Lang is still out there. And he's just another corner outfielder, though. But that eye would be outstanding. I'm kind of tempted. Yeah, let's draft Steve Lang, and we'll convert him to a two-way player. Because you can see, I mean, he could have great contact potential, amazing avoid Ks potential, good gap power, decent-ish enough power. So if this bat develops, he's interesting. I might not even try him as a pitcher, honestly. That curveball's horrendous, and that's his second pitch out of 2. He's got no control. Yeah, I think I will just probably bring him in as an outfielder. I don't think this here is a bad get for, what are we in, the 4th round? 5th round? Yeah, I'm going to draft Steve Lang. I'm going to do one more pick here. So he wants me to take Lemurs, who can't play center field. I don't like his ceiling. Not a big fan of that guy. Let's check out who we've got left in terms of batters. This guy, I don't mind him because he's got a really good glove. He does want $1 million, though, as a bonus. Decent bat there. Who's this guy? Nick Camper. Can he play the infield at all? Oh, yeah. Oh, this guy could definitely play the infield at that range. His arm isn't amazing. His arm isn't amazing in the infield, but the outfield is. So he's got great range on the infield and a great arm on the outfield. If you combine those, I think this guy could play corners. I think he could be a utility infielder, except maybe not at third base. And in a pinch, he could play some center field for you. And that bat, man, for the 4th or 5th round or 6th round, sorry, is not all that bad. Personality class isn't terrible. I mean, he doesn't have any, he doesn't have low work ethic or intelligence. He does want $1.4 million, which is well over slot. But like I said, I'm poised to spend money in this draft and kind of take some of these guys that have fallen through. So I kind of like Nick Camper, to be honest with you. Where is he here? Oh, there he is. All right. Yeah, I like Camper. I'm taking him. All right, cool. So I'm going to cut it off here. I kind of did that because I had some questions lately about the draft and comments on a couple of videos, so I just thought maybe thinking aloud through my thought process would help some people or maybe just show how I do it and when I overrule my scout. But yeah, the O's are trucking along, 41-18, and yeah, you saw how we keep this dynasty, non-championship winning dynasty intact there with solid drafting and overruling my scout at times, but sometimes also doing what he says. But that's all for this one. I'll probably update after the trade deadline, let you know any moves I made. All right.